right, Anderson, thank you very much. Well, nearly 100 students and friends of Trayvon Martin gathered outside a Florida courthouse today demanding justice for the black teenager. He was shot and killed last month by a half-Hispanic security guard.
We are working hard and
Who's that crying?
Trayvon's crying!
Who's that crying?
Trayvon's crying!
It could so easily.
Students are calling for the arrest of 28-year-old George Zimmerman, who says he shot 17-year-old Martin in self-defense while patrolling his gated community in Sanford on February 26th. We told you a little bit about this story on Friday. The gated community, mixed race, although our understanding is it was mostly white, but it was mixed race. Record shows Zimmerman was a frequent 911 caller, calling in 46 times going back to 2001. The calls he made the night of the shooting give a small glimpse into his encounter with Martin.
This guy looks like he's up to no good, or he's on drugs or something. Something's wrong with him. Yeah. He's coming to check me out. He's got something in his hands. I don't know what his deal is. They always get away.
Are you following him?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need you to do that.
Okay.
All right, well, moments later, a witness says she heard cries for help followed by a gunshot. Here's the 911 tape.
So you think he's yelling help?
Yes.
All right, what is your...
There's gunshots.
You just heard gunshots?
Yes.
How many?
This one.
And within minutes, here's the 911 tape. It was all over.
Oh, my God. Someone to be shot.
It's probably going to be best if you stay inside your home for the time being, okay?
I know, but I can't believe someone is killed. He was saying help. Why didn't someone come out and help him?
The shooting has ignited a storm of controversy. Paul Callen's a former New York City prosecutor, criminal defense attorney, and joins us now. What's your reaction legally when you hear these tapes? We were going to be talking to Trayvon's family the other day. They were actually at that moment listening to those tapes for the first time. What's your feeling?
It's a very disturbing case. The 17-year-old was unarmed. He was in a place where he had the right to be. He was visiting friends,
yes.
And he's shot by somebody carrying a gun. It's very disturbing, but they have this law in Florida. They call it the Stand Your Ground law. Colorado calls it the Make My Day law. They have a similar one. And when it was first enacted in the 1800s, you know what they called it? The True Man law, which means, like a true man, you can stand your ground if somebody approaches you and tries to assault you. And that's what George Zimmerman said happened here. As a matter of fact, he said he was jumped from behind by Mr. Martin, and that's why he responded the way he did.
Is that why Zimmerman has not been arrested or charged or taken into custody, or is that something you still can't understand?
No, that's the sole reason that he hasn't been taken into custody. I think in a lot of other states, I think in New Jersey, New York, states that don't have this law, he would be taken into custody, because in most states, going back to the time of Henry VIII, the doctrine was you have to retreat if somebody comes after you, and you can only use deadly force if you have no option available, because it was the king's job to prosecute criminals. Henry VIII enunciated that doctrine. It's existed for a long time, but Florida changed it and said, stand your ground. You don't have to wait for the police.
The Justice Department, though, could get involved, overrule how the state is handling it, correct? I mean, I know they did in the Rodney King case. So will they? Can they? What would they do?
In theory, they could supersede state authorities, take the case over if they found civil rights violations. They did that in Rodney King. They did it in a case called the Limerick-Nelson case here in New York. But they usually wait. You watch. The feds will let this play out in state court first, and then they'll look at it. And by the way, not a clear-cut civil rights case here. Zimmerman supposedly is half Hispanic, half Caucasian. Did he do this out of racial animus or because he wanted to shoot somebody? That, it's got to be a civil rights violation for the feds to get involved.
All right, Paul Callen, thank you very much.